Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Ready to Love, Season 6, Episode 9. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, you know it's time for them to go to the getaway, to the retreat of it all. So we see Charisse and Samson, they're riding together in one car. We see Jamala and Katie, they're also riding together. And so Katie was like, girl, you gonna be sleeping with Randall? She was like, he gonna sleep on top of the covers and I'm gonna sleep underneath. Girl, please, you will not be sleeping head to foot with this man. And the way this episode went, you ain't gonna be sleeping with him at all. I'm just saying. Moving forward. So then we see Brandy, Trinika, and Mike. They're riding together. And so Brandy was like, I had some reservations because, Mike does have a connection with Kayla. And if he don't act right, I might be in Samson's room. Girl, please, not with his oxygen Charisse there. But I'm surprised Katie didn't ride with Swayze. I guess he's still mad at her and whatnot. So Swayze was the first to arrive at the house. And then Kayla arrived. Kayla. Girl, I hate this confessional wig. I hate it. You are so pretty, but we got to get rid of this wig, girl. I just hate this wig. So then Samson and Charisse, they arrived next, and they start looking for rooms. So then Jamala in her Shein outfit, they arrived next. Hey, girl, they arrived with Katie. I have that same set. That's how I know it came from Shein. So Trinika said, I have a connection with LJ and I talked to him prior to this. So I knew that he wasn't going to be able to make it to the trip due to work because he's going on a work trip. You sure it's not a trip with that ex? I wouldn't trust nothing LJ said, honey, after that last little stunt he pulled. When he brought that ex, honey, that was enough for me. So Randall shows up. Hello. Child, Randall finally got that haircut and that beard lined up. Okay. He said he doesn't know how he's going to spread his time between all three women. And child, we shall see. So Tommy in his long sleeve suit, they show up. Hello, everybody. Hey, Tommy. So as soon as he walks in, they tell him, listen, LJ can't come. Okay. He had a work conference. He's like, what? Tommy, they don't tell you nothing. Nothing at all. You never know what's going on. And he was like, well, LJ not being here is a red flag to me because we on a love conference. He on a work conference, but this is a love conference. Tommy, I hear you, but if he's really at work, nobody's going to be able to miss work to be here with you. Now, I know he's not a Kappa like your friend Justice, who tiptoed on up out of there and didn't tell nobody. The man is at work, or so he's saying, okay? Because if he ain't at work, him not being here is a red flag to me as well, especially when that ex still says she was in love with him. Now, all of a sudden, you got a work conference, and he ain't fooling me, allegedly. Moving forward. So Tommy tells the ladies that they have the power this week and one man will be going home tomorrow morning. So as Tommy leaves, Mike asks Katie, why you only got one connection? I'm going to hear her answer. Okay, I'm going to hear her out. But girl, what in the Milli Vanilli hat wig combo are you wearing? Katie, get that hat from on top of them faux locks, girl. This is a fool, honey. Anyway, she said, it's just what the Lord had for her. Mike, truth be told, you only have one connection, and that's Brandy. You just playing with Kayla, okay? You don't really like Kayla like that. Well, you like her, but it's all about the sexual attraction. You don't like her to be in a relationship with her. So she's like, well, you can't love two people. You can't love these two people. You have to just pick one. She said, you know what? When I think about your connections, I see Brandy as the wife and Kayla as the hot mistress at work. She's not wrong. That's how he described them. But, ma'am, leave Kayla alone. She ain't nobody's side piece. So Kayla was like, oh, I'm the hot girl at work. Why? Because I'm hot. And I guess she's the wife that gets fat and this and this. And I'm like, girl, what are you talking about now? Okay, Kayla, reel it in, honey. Why does she have to be the fat wife? Baby, everybody that's a wife don't get fat and sit around and eat bonbons all day. Baby, that's TV. Okay, it's some fine, fit, fabulous wives walking around. Now Katie ain't talking out the side of her neck, honey, because that's what she liked to do. But truth be told, that's how he described the two of you. So really, she's just reiterating what he already said. So Kayla took offense to her saying that. And I'm not going to lie, I would have taken offense to that too if it were me, because don't reduce me to a hot piece of meat. Like, don't do that. You don't know me like that. Moving forward. So then Katie takes it upon herself to get messy. She's like, let me dig a little bit deeper. Because men will say one thing in your face and then say another thing behind your back. So I'm going to get some answers. Katie, why is it your job every single episode to get these people to tell you some stuff? Just why? So then she asks Mike if he's feeling Kayla. And he's like, yeah, we spoke. So then she was like, well, what y'all got in common? That's what I want to know. So he gonna say, I don't think I actually gave her an opportunity to really see me. Sir, what? She asked what y'all had in common. Clearly nothing. So Kayla trying to make excuses for him. She's like, this isn't what he would say if it were just me and him. Baby, listen. If he can't answer in front of everybody, then clearly he isn't interested. She's like, I feel like it's deflection. So Brandy says, so if you asked him this alone, he was gonna say something different? Because we here right now, so let's just get out in the open. What you gonna say? So Kayla was like, me and Mike, our communication feels authentic when it's just us. Well, that tells you all you need to know right there. She was like, but he ain't got no problem affirming Brandy in front of everybody. Well, why are you letting him play with you like that? This speaks volumes. First of all, he's not here for Brandy and he's not here for you. He's here for him and his OnlyFans, allegedly. Moving forward. I don't really like how they made Kayla feel in that moment. I didn't like that. Girl, you don't want no dusty Mike. In the next scene, Jamala is freaking out because she wants Randall just to say who he's feeling. She's saying this in a confessional. So they're talking, right? And he's like, why y'all room bigger than mine? This is Randall, aka Rara and Jamala, right? And she was like, well, Kayla has the biggest suite. Did you see it? And he was like, no, should I check it out? She's like, do you want to check it out? That's cool. He's like, I feel like you're telling me to check it out for whatever reason. Sir, shut up. You are literally asking why, and she brought up whose room was bigger. You're just trying to pick an argument, honey, so you can sow your little royal oats on this retreat, and you're not fooling me. He was like, I'm absorbing energy that I don't need to absorb. Anyway, so now they're on the balcony, right? And she's like, this is like a mini vacation. He's like, no, it's really not. Everybody's here. She's like, well, what do you prefer? Ma'am, stop fishing for answers and compliments. You want him to say, I prefer just us two. Y'all both getting on my nerves. Both of y'all. Jamala, relax. You are trying to follow him from room to room, asking questions to try to get certain answers. It's too much. It's just too much. Fall back. You got a body for days, a beautiful woman, makeup a little heavy, but he will come to you. It seems the two of you have the stronger connection, but I don't know, honey, because Trinika slid in there today. But just fall back. It's going to be fine. In the next scene, Brandy and Samson, they're on this chic hammock looking thing and they're talking, right? And so Brandy was like, yeah, I still have a strong connection with Samson and I'm hoping to get some one-on-one times, just see where he is. So they're laying there, right? She's like, so, now that we're here, how have you been feeling the house? He's like, the food's been good. The food, Brandy, get on up, honey. Get on up. You're another one wasting time. Get up and get from around Samson. So it gets awkward and silent, right? You can hear crickets. So then she's like, so how do you feel about moving forward after this with me? So he was like, the conversation is on point, but we just need some patience. Sometimes we never get to the other layers because people are impatient. She was like, me? He was like, no, not you. I'm just saying. Other layers, patience. The show is almost over. It's time to choose who you're ready to love. These men are acting like they aren't up for elimination. Samson, what are you talking about? So then he goes in the confessional, Charisse is my strongest connection. And I see a lot of myself in Charisse. You see a lot of yourself in Charisse? Okay. He was like, me and Brandy, we haven't really had a spark. Well, say that then. Say that to her. But Brandy, quiet as it's kept, you already know you and Samson ain't got no spark, honey. You already know that. You just want to stick around so you can stay here with Mike. And you're not fooling me. So then out of the blue, he tells her, yeah, you're spunky. Remember when you gave that dance to Mike? Yeah, you're spunky. Okay. She gave a dance to Mike 62 episodes ago. Okay. Spunky Brewster, Samson in his suits, they are not interested. Truly, I don't feel like Brandy's match is there. She reminds me of Ashley from season 1. Very sweet and will most likely leave with a man that does not deserve her. Y'all remember Ashley from season 1? Guy with old dude, I cannot remember his name. Y'all help me down in the comments. And then he got extremely sick with a viral illness and she was there, had his back through everything. And yeah, as soon as he got well, he bounced. Child, these men moving forward. So in the confessional, Brandy was like, Samson is cool, but, I don't want to have to tone down myself. I want to be who I am. Yes, get you a person that likes you for who you are. Everything included. So then we see Tronika in her arm brace. They still a little one-on-one time with Randall. Hey, girl. And so she asks, how the two of them are doing. And he was like, well, we're good, but we haven't spent much time together, but that's my fault. He said he wants to spend more time with her. And truth be told, people make time for who and what they want. So, I hear you, Randall, but you could have been making more of an effort before this retreat. Tronika, don't just be settling for Randall, honey, because he's tall. Okay? I'm just saying. So they're having a conversation about how him, being there with his other connections doesn't really bother Tronika. She was like, stuff that bothers other people, it don't really bother me. Like, I take experiences from when I was younger, and it helps me to be a better person now. And I think before I act, because that's just who I am. And I don't have any regrets from the past because it helped me to grow. So Randall was like, every time I talk to you, I learn something. She was like, well, if I want you to want me for me, then I have to show you who I am. And, he's really appreciating her calm energy, because coming from his conversation with Jamala, he felt like she was a little bit combative, which I think he made that whole scenario up in his mind. Now, she is a bit much this episode, but in that scene, he was doing team too much. Okay. But he's appreciating Tronika's calm energy and her thinking about what she's saying to him. So he said, Tronika is showing him that she's very genuine, and he's liking that. Well, listen to me, Randall. I don't really just trust what you're saying, because last time you and Tronika went out on a date, you said she was smiling too much and it didn't seem genuine. So I kind of think you like the toxicity in the games and stuff. It's giving you like to play games. So they pan over, and a few of them are by the pool in the hot tub, right? So Kayla is asking questions about if they remember their first kiss. So it's Kayla, Charisse, and Samson. So they're all by the pool. And so Randall comes over. Child, Randall never dresses for the occasion. He's fully clothed when he should be in shorts, and he's in shorts when he should be fully clothed. Child, you need your long pants on the inside and your short pants on the outside. So here comes Jamala, talking about, I'm not really feeling sharing my time, because every time I'm trying to speak to him, there's another person hanging off of him or leaning on him. Well, honey, he has other connections. I know the olive juice candle got you thinking y'all in love, but to be honest, men like to pursue. So just relax, okay? Take a deep breath and enjoy, honey. He will come to you. Now, it ain't his fault you only got one connection, because I ain't seen you talk to nobody other than Randall. That's why y'all shouldn't be putting all y'all eggs in one basket. But anyway, I feel like you're showing real insecurity. Stop it. So she gets up to come sit in front of Randall and Kayla. So Kayla's like, do you want to answer? Here she go. Oh, who, me? Oh, I didn't know what was going on with the game. Like, I didn't know y'all was playing a game. Like, what's going on? Girl, just answer the question. She was like, okay, so my first kiss. Nah, I don't remember. So she answers, and then he and Kayla get up and go inside. So in the confessional, she's like, I'm shocked. The gall of it all. It's at an all-time high right now. So while they're upstairs, child, Jamala is roaming around, brushing her hair. Her whole nervous system is bad. Do y'all hear me? So she trying to find out where's Waldo, a.k.a. Rara. So, child, she finds Randall and Kayla. And she's like, I'm not jealous. I'm territorial, and Randall is missing. He's not your property. And you're very jealous, okay? It's not just territorial. This is giving jealous. So she finds them, and she pretends to get some of her things. She's like, let me get my things. Ma'am, that's jealousy. So Kayla in the confessional, she's like, I think she has a GPS tracker on Randall, because like everywhere we are, she pops up. I don't know how Jamala thought she was going to be the only one spending time with him, but the way that you're behaving is very unattractive. She is being so immature in this moment. Baby, this show is not for the weak. In the next scene, Tronika is inside and she FaceTimes LJ. Child, I wouldn't FaceTime him nothing, okay? If you don't come, then you didn't care about coming. And you didn't want to see me if you're not here. Then he's like, yeah, send me a picture. Oh, hell no. Moving forward. In the next scene, we see Samson and Charisse in their hats, because, honey, they both wearing hats. I don't know what's going on. And they're having a conversation off to the side. So he grabs her foot and he's like, ooh, yeah, you got it going on. Ooh, yeah, these feet look good. So he starts to massage them and he makes some type of corny joke. Then he starts talking about the fact that he makes corn on the cob. Okay, y'all. I think Samson might have a little foot fetish. I see absolutely no chemistry between the two of them. Charisse is always looking him upside the head. And she was like, intimate moments are enjoyable, but it's only enough to start a relationship. Like, I don't know if it can go further. And she feels like Samson is giving the same thing. Nothing. Okay. He's not delving deeper. It's just surface level. Well, clearly he's performative and he sounds like a used car salesman at all times. Honey, I've been stating this, but did nobody want to listen to me? They're like, oh no, Samson seems like a good, no. Okay. Something about it ain't right. Something just ain't right. He's sitting there talking to her about corn on the cob, y'all. Corn on the cob. Judge might look on her face, honey, and she's very uninterested. Moving forward. In the next scene, Randall is in his room and he's on the phone, right? Here comes Jamala. She's like, you want to help me cook? He said, no, I don't. She's like, what, you mad I took my hat? He's like, why did you feel the need to do that? The hat was already there. Like, why you come in there and take it? So she starts talking about spectrums and where people fall and what's appropriate and inappropriate. What did he do that was inappropriate besides talk to Kayla? What did he do? So then they start arguing, right? And she's like, you acting like I jumped up and fought the girl. Like, I wouldn't even do that. He's like, no, I know you. That's why I'm getting pissed. I know what you're doing and you taking that hat and I know what that means. So now you're insulting my intelligence. So he tells her, you can't control everything. I know you're used to doing that, but you cannot control every little thing. She's like, okay, so I'm supposed to smile while she's leaning all on you? I can't fake smile forever. You're pushing me. Ma'am, you are not being emotionally mature in this moment or enough for this show. If your communication or your connection with Rara is strong, then you shouldn't have anything to worry about. Why are you worrying about who leaning on him and who touching him? It's a show. The premise of the show is to date all of you. So, I already had told y'all that, Randall seems like he was just so excited about the attention. And now he got this girl wrapped up because he done made these candles, honey, and they up there mouthing olive juice to each other. It's giving mixed signals. She's giving, I want to sink my claws into you. It's giving very much Camille. So, there's one every season. It's giving Denise. I just feel like you need to just relax a little bit. Relax, relate, release. Moving forward. So they make it to dinner and the food looks yummy. And so Samson asked what made them ready to love. So Trinika goes first. And she said, for an entire decade from 25 to 35, she spent it waiting for true love. And all of that was unsuccessful. So last year, she literally cried every day for 3 months. She's like, I've done the work. I'm not going to be bringing any baggage to my next relationship. And I'm opening myself up for a godly love. And I know that's right, girl. That sounds like me. I love it. Yes, Trinika, I understand working on yourself so you can make sure that you come whole. That was a beautiful answer. It really was, because I'm going to tell you like this. People are like, girl, it's been 7 years since you've been in a relationship. I've never been happier. I have never been happier. The only thing I stress about is my child. And we can work with that. I can pray over him. I can guide him. He'll be a better man for the women in his generation. I'm happy. So I understand what Trinika means when she says, listen, I'm working on me. So when I go into something, I'm going to be whole. I know that's right, girl. And child, she got Randall crying, honey, one single tear. Oh, Jamala about to really burn up all those shorts while he sleep. Baby, Jamala gonna burn the place to the ground. Do you hear me? So then it's Randall's turn. And he says his last relationship was 4 years ago. And he wrote out all of his goals, but he didn't have nobody to share them with. And making money is not the end all be all. He wants to have an actual relationship. So then Brandy was like, well, I've never been in love, but I want to, and I feel like I deserve it. You sure do. You do deserve love. We all do. And I really want that for you with the right man. Mike isn't a fall in love for the first time kind of man. I don't, baby, when I tell you that's going to be the most hurtingest feeling. Yes, hurtingest. Okay. That's going to be the most hurtingest feeling when that falls apart. Please pick somebody else, honey. Pick somebody else, Lord. So Swayze said, love scared me. I don't know about y'all, but it scared me. Listen, I'm with you, Swayze. After all the heartache I done went through, honey, it scared me as well. Moving forward. So then Mike pipes up. He's like, I've been married before to my childhood sweetheart, and I feel like I'm the plug. I'm looking for an outlet. Because what y'all trying to get, I already have. Say what now? You already have or you've had. He's like, I'm trying to find that soulmate again. What I want to know is what happened to the first soulmate. Because it's always two sides to every story. We hearing you talking about she your soulmate. Honey, she probably somewhere in the fetal position. We don't know what's going on. I don't know about you being the plug either. But I guess it's nice you looking for your soulmate. Honey, you can't teach nobody nothing. Moving forward. So everybody's clearing the table, and Randall and Mike, they're talking, and Randall is just basically saying he learned who Jamala was and the woman that she presents herself to be and who she really is, because she's very fragile. So Mike is trying to offer his advice. Randall, you picked up on Mike saying he the plug, and now you sitting here asking him for advice. Child, let's skip on over. So everybody's getting ready for bed, right? Brandy, I saw you and Mike close that door together. Oh, child, she a lost cause. So it's the next morning. Mike and Brandy waking up. They're talking. And she was like, just his presence. It's just something that I need. No comment. In the next scene, the ladies meet up with Tommy. And so he comes in and he's asking, how were the guys? And they were like, oh, no, they was cool. They was cool. So he said, did anybody snore? Tommy, not you trying to figure out who slept in the same bed. And you ain't fooling me. With your little sneaky self. So Brandy said, yes, me and Mike, we slept in the same bed. So Tommy said, well, there's a purpose for the 48 hours. I mean, y'all all adults, do what y'all gonna do. So he asked about what's been happening since they've been there. He starts with Katie. Who is she feeling? Of course, she said Swayze. Trinika said LJ and Randall. And she said LJ makes her feel wanted and desired. Does he? And she said Randall is able to let his guard down and she likes his strength. Kayla also said Randall, of course. Jamala said Randall as well, but y'all notice Kayla didn't say Mike. I know that's right, girl. Drop him. Brandy said Mike. Charisse said Samson. She's like, he's corny and I like it. Charisse, what kind of game are you playing? Do you like Samson or you don't? Anyway, so then of course, he always asks who they aren't feeling. 3 for LJ, and then Kayla said Samson. Katie said Samson. Brandy also said Samson. So then Kayla said Swayze. Jamala said Swayze. Here Swayze, there Swayze, everywhere Swayze, honey. It was just so much going on. Trinika said, I'm going to say Swayze because, I found him on social media and I followed him, but I ain't get a follow back. Child, so there's that. Moving forward. It's time to eliminate, okay? So everyone is together. So Tommy tells them that the ladies made a decision and one person's journey ends tonight. So Brandy comes on up to the front, honey, to get ready to speak her speech. So she calls up Samson and Swayze. It's giving very much The Bachelorette. Who will get a rose, honey? So they come on up to the front and she tells Samson, you're cool, but we feel like we need more. Kind of the same thing with Swayze. He's giving the homie, but they need more from him. It's not giving homie, lover, friend. It's just giving homie. So Tommy steps in. He's like, Brandy, just step on back. I'm going to be making the final decision. Tommy, basically LJ going home because he didn't show up. And they ain't fooling me. That's exactly what I think is going to happen because that was the end of the episode. Y'all, the Miami season has really fell flat. I was so excited about them going to Miami and I really thought it was going to give me everything that it should give me. But it's not giving me anything. And Tommy, why even have them deliberate if you wanted to get rid of LJ? And if you get rid of LJ, I'm going to think it's a little bit of a bias, okay? Because Justice didn't tell you nothing. He wasn't there when his name was called for elimination, yet you didn't eliminate him. So, I'm just trying to figure out what I was doing. Anywho, y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.